Right, so this week's Parashat Toldot, the focus is now going from Abraham to Yitzchak. And there's an interesting story that the Parasha puts in, which is seemingly insignificant, but according to Ramban, it's got tremendous significance in the Parasha and for our times. The Torah speaks about the three wells that Yitzchak digs. The one is called Esek, then there's Sitna, and there's another well called Rechovot. Now what's interesting is the Ramban points out that these two wells, the first two wells, brought along with them a lot of tension and rift and conflict. And each time Yitzchak, when he gets into the conflict, he goes from one well to another, he moves away, and until he gets to this third well, which is Rechovot, and then everyone's happy. The Ramban asks, what's the significance of this whole story of these wells and the Philistines and their names? What's really the significance for us today? And he says something extremely profound. He says, firstly, Yitzchak, according to the Pasuk, was looking to build a Be'er Mayim Chaim. And according to Ramban, Be'er Mayim Chaim is the Beit HaMikdash. These are tzeremes to the three Batei Mikdash. Why Be'er Mayim Chaim? Because that's the well of water, of life, and the Torah is water and life, Baruch Hashem. And that's what is the source of the Beit HaMikdash, the Makom Asher Yavo Elav, with all the Torah, and the Sanhedrin is there, and that's the focus of the Beit HaMikdash and of Jewish life is the Torah itself, and Be'er Mayim Chaim is the Beit HaMikdash. However, says the Ramban, that well 1 and 2, in other words, Beit HaMikdash 1 and 2, had a lot of tension and a lot of problems. They didn't sustain or endure. The first was Esek, and there was challenges, there was problems, as we know, which led to the destruction. The second Beit HaMikdash was Sitna, which means accusation. Once again, we know that the second Beit HaMikdash was destroyed because of Sinat Chinam, people accusing other people of not exactly going according to their way of life. That's what Sinat Chinam is, that all the truth is with me, and that caused destruction number 2. However, what did endure was well number 3, which was called Rechovot, which means expansion, which means that now Kodesh Baruch Hu has answered us, and now that we're in an open space, and now that we have tremendous closeness to our Kodesh Baruch Hu. And says the Ramban, Ashlishi Kara Rechovot, Hu Habayit Ha'atid Shibaneh B'meira B'yameinu. That's the third Beit HaMikdash which will be built speedily in our days. V'hu Yaseh Bli Riv U'Matzah. He says, and that third Beit HaMikdash, that third well, that Rechovot, that place that we're waiting for so long, for so many years, Yaseh Bli Riv U'Matzah, will be without any rift, conflict, or distension, and no machloket whatsoever. And this is what we're looking for as a message for us today in these difficult times in Eretz Yisrael. That obviously there's two ways to fight this war. There's one which is the front, which is the army, and that, Baruch Hashem, please God, with casualties, but generally with a lot of tremendous sense of Siyata D'Shmaya, Hashem's help. That's one front of fighting, and fighting till the end, until we get what we want, which is peace on a military level, on a political level, for all inhabitants in Eretz Yisrael. But there's another front as well. That's what the Ramban's talking about, and that's the home front. Literally, each person's home and his relationship with other people, Shiaseh Bli Riv U'Matzah, where a person knows how to move away. Yitzchak, every time he was in a conflict, didn't start fighting, and this is my opinion, this is what has to be. He moved away. And moving away from the machloket, and realizing that the truth isn't always with you, and trying to realize that the machloket doesn't, even if you win the machloket, you still haven't really won peace and unity. That's the way, please God, will be zoiche for the third Beit HaMikdash. She has said, please God, Bli Riv U'Matzah. That's the true challenge now of Am Yisrael, to keep this tremendous sense of unity and shalom, that it should endure and sustain the day after the war as well, and forever. And through that, please God, will be zoche for the third Beit HaMikdash, Yibaneh B'meira B'yameinu. Amen.